does that mean? What does this guy mean? If this guy is fx, which is a parent function, if you do a negative of fx, which is reflection over who? You have fx. If you put a negative in front, you are going to do the reflection over the x-axis. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So you have a reflection over the x-axis, so you becomes to this, right?
Yes.
And the +3 means what?
+3 means you are going up.
Yes,
3.
vertical shift up by 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you do a reflection this, and then you shift up by 3. So should be a graph like that, right?
Yes.
So who is that guy?
G.
G, right? Yeah, you reflect over the x-axis, and then you shift up by 3, so you become to this. So you have to choose G. 100% makes sense to you now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's take a look at this one. I teach you this guy before, right? Yeah, Valeria asked me this question before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Valeria, when I remember when I teach you this one at that time, you were a little bit confused. Now you feel better?
I'm still kind of confused.
Okay, I'm going to do a few questions to make sure that you do understand this, okay? Square root 125. Look at this. This guy can be simplified to what? This guy can be simplified to what? 125 is who?
Wait.
Who is 125?
Wait, do you mean like the factors or?
Yes, you're looking for the factors.
Oh, 25 and 5.
Yes, good job. 25 times 5. 25 is whose square?
5.
5 square times 5. If somebody has a square and you also under the square root, then you can take this guy out. So that makes you to be 5 times square root of 5. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Now, square root of 216. Yeah, go ahead and look for, you want to look for the factor of this number, okay? Yeah, you two go ahead, do it, and tell me what's the answer. Angela, what do you choose? What's the answer?
I cut 4. Square root of 4.
At 216, you want to take the factor. You want to think who are the factor of this one. Look, I told you before, 2 plus 1 plus 6 equals to what?
9.
Equals to 9. So this number is divisible by 9, right? Yes?
Yes.
Now you tell me this guy equals 9 times who?
Times
9 times who? 9 times who?
24.
24. Okay, 9 times 24. Now, 9 is the 3 square, right?
Yes.
24 is who by who?
Is 6 by 4.
6 by 4.
8.
4 by 6. Correct?
Yes.
4 is whose square?
2.
2 square. All right. So
Yes.
you can take 3. You can take 2 out. You leave a 6 inside. Does that make sense? Yes?
Oh, okay.
Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
That's the reason I ask both of you, remember those things. This equals to 125. This guy equals to 216. All right. Now, next one. Don't use calculator, just use your brain. Square root 343. Valeria, this equals how much?
Let me think.
Three for 3. You want to be very familiar with prime number. Okay. Prime number is 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay. If you want to be divisible by 2, you have to be an even number, right? Yes.
Yes.
If you want to be divisible by 3, then you ask all your number digits plus together. For example, 2, 7, or 2 plus 7 equals to 9. So that's going to be divisible, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 3, 1, 2. Oh, I know that 3 plus 1 plus 2 equals to 6. So I know this guy will divisible by 3 first for sure, right? For the 5, if the last digit is 0 or 5, it's going to be divisible by 5. Yes?
Yes.
Now, when you are given a number like this, and you want to take somebody out, but you see this guy, 3 plus 4 plus 3, this is
10.
10, not divisible by 3. So this number will not be divisible by 3. And this is odd, so it's not divisible by 2. So you want to try 5. The last digit is not 5. So you say now you can exclude those things from your factor. You might be able to try 7. Yes? Would you please try 7 and then tell me your answer, okay?
It's 49.
Yes. So as square root 49 times 7. 49, you can take 7 out. You leave a 7 inside. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, that's the reason. Listen, you want to remember those numbers because in high school, they suppose you already master all of this. There's no teacher who will teach you this, but they know, suppose you already know all of this very well. Nine to the power 3 is how much?
729.
Yes. You want to remember those, okay? 10 cube is how much?
1,000.
11 cube. 11
1331.
1331. You want to remember this, okay? To do this kind of question quickly and correct, okay? Yeah, this is a foundation. This is very important for high school. Okay. Now also, now I'm going to check both of you. 11 square. Go.
121.
121.
12 square.
144.
144.
13 square. Don't look at anything. Just look at the screen.
169.
Yes. 14 square.
196.
15 square.
225.
Okay. 16 square.
I just forgot. 256, that's right.
Good job. 17 square.
289.
289.
Perfect. 18 square.
324.
19 square.
361.
Okay. 20 square.
400.
Oh. One more.
441.
Perfect. Okay. That's it. If you want to do one more, 22 square is 484 because it's just 4 times this guy. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now, for this type of question, do you feel better now? Yes.
Yes.
You want to use the rules over here. If it's even, you divide by 2, and then you can see what else those numbers can be divided by. If you can check if it's divided by 3. If the last digit is 0, 5, you divide it by 5. If none of them work, then you can try 7. Okay? If 7 doesn't work either, then you can try by 11. Okay? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Now, how do you do the 54?
Okay. So it says that the robot moves at a distance of 264 centimeters in 11 seconds. So I did 264 divided by 11. And that's 24.
Good.
So then I did 408 divided by 24, and that's 17.
Okay. That's wonderful. That's it. Okay. That's all the questions for the 2019. The first time you do this kind of STAR test, you might feel some question is hard. But after you do it for one time, then second time you do it, you feel better. Okay. Now let's look at 2018. Yeah, I'm not going to go through those easy questions. We can jump to the question where you have trouble with. Go ahead, both of you. What's the first question you want to ask?
12.
12. Angela, what's the first question you want to ask?
I'm also looking because it's all like messed up, so I'm trying to.
All right, before I go to 12, let me ask Valeria a question. Okay. Look at number 4.
Yeah. Number 4.
Which statement about this graph is true? For the F, is F correct? Is F correct? No way, right? 0.25 to the power 0.25 times 8. Is this 0? No, this is not 0. Okay? Yes?
Yes.
The G. Tell me if G is correct or not. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, G is correct.
The reason is because 0.25 to the power 0 is 1. So this equals to 8, right?
Yes.
Okay. This guy has an asymptote of the equation for this guy is at x equals to 0. No, that's not true. You have a graph like this. Your asymptote is the x-axis, which is x equals 0, which is y equals 0, not x equals 0. X equals 0 is the y-axis. Okay, let's say this one more time. X equals 0 is which axis?
Y-axis.
Good. Y equals 0 is which axis?
X-axis.
It's x-axis. You know, because y equals to 0, then that's the x-axis. On this line, every point y equals 0. X equals 0. Every point on this line, x equals 0. So this is y-axis. Okay, you see the difference. Okay, so this guy is wrong. If they put y equals 0, then that's correct. Does this guy include 2, 1? Not really. 0.25 is 1 over 4 to the power of 2. This is 8 times 1 over 16, which is 1 over 2. Does not equals to 1. Okay? That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Valeria, do the complete square to me. Show me. Go ahead.
Completing the square. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, okay. So it equals negative and then parentheses x squared plus 2x and then close parentheses plus 3. And then so that equals negative and then x squared plus 2 times x times 1 plus 1 squared. And then close parentheses. Plus 1 squared again, and then plus 3. So that's negative parentheses x plus 1, close parentheses squared, plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the y will be what?
It's c.
So y will be less than or equal than 4. Okay. You already see how critical important vertex format is, right? Completing square is critically important. Angela,
Yes.
let's talk about number 6.
Okay. Oh, am I supposed to say? Okay.
Yes.
So it's basically just 144k squared times r to the power 14, like divide by 2. So it's 12.
You are going to give this guy to each individual one, right?
Yes. So the first one.
So you want to write down this first.
Oh, okay.
You want to write down this first, okay? This is because a times b to the power of x equals to a to the power of x times b to the power of x, right? Yeah, we did this one just now. Square root of 144 is how much?
Is 12.
Good. Times k, right?
Yes.
And then r to the power what?
R to the power of 7.
Good, very good. I tell you, you both improve so much. In this summer, there are also some other students learning Algebra 1, but they don't do, some of them don't do their homework. That's why they don't really improve. At the beginning, they even start early than both of you, but now they fall behind of you. The reason is because you two pay attention to my homework. Responsible. Okay. Number 7. Number 7, you see I have so many notes over here. Okay.
Oh wait, for this question, did we have to do it by hand or could we use like decimal?
Now let's do by hand. Okay.
Oh,
Let's do
okay.
by hand. There are several different methods, and there are also shortcuts. I'm going to erase everything first, and I let Valeria to talk about her method. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't do this one by hand.
So how do you do this one? By
Okay. I use decimals.
you use decimals.
Yeah.
You use decimals. You tap each one and then check who is this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Angela, how do you do this number 7?
Well, I tried doing it by hand, but I didn't get the correct answer, so then I just used decimals.
All right. Okay. I'm going to teach you 3 different ways to working on this question. Okay. Yeah, because I want to make sure this is the time you want to write down your notes. Okay. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to work out this. The graph already show you that they pass this point, that point. These 2 points is called what?
0.
Yes, 0, roots, x-intercept, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you call this point?
Vertex.
Vertex. Now, your parabola pass these points, pass these points. So, and I remember I teach both of you before. Y equals to a times x minus x1 times x minus 2. If you have 2 roots, one is x1, one is x2, then you can list your function as y equals to this, okay? Does that make sense? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. If you have 2 roots, then you can list this function as this one. One root is 0, one root is 4. So you can do a times x minus 0 times x minus 4. Yes?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So this is x minus 0, which is x. So a times x minus 4, right?
Yes.
So this becomes a times x squared minus 4x, correct?
Yes.
Now your vertex is 2, 64. So you can make your x equals to 2 and plug in this point. Now go ahead. I'm going to hide this one over here. And this pass 264. So you let x equals 2, y equals 64. Now you tell me a equals to how much? Go ahead, you can calculate. You let x equals to 2. So 64 is your y equals to a times 2 squared minus 4 times 2. Yeah, you two calculate and tell me your a equals to what? How much is the a value?
Negative 16.
Negative 16. That's wonderful. Angela, you get same n value of A?
Yes.
Good. So A equals negative 16. Then you plug in negative 16, right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you plug in negative 16. That's your answer. Correct?
Yes.
So who is that guy? Is this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. This is the first way. Yeah. Write down your notes very neat. Okay. Now please write down all your notes very neat for this first method.
Wait, does this first way only work if you have two roots?
This first way work if you have two roots and also an extra point value. Okay. You see here, you can use your vertex to do it. You can also use this point to do it. Make sense?
Yes.
This
Is this going? Is this
Go
going
ahead.
to be in the Google Drive? Like if we don't finish writing
Angela,
everything.
go ahead.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Is this gonna be in the Google Drive?
Yes, I will send this in Google Drive. Yeah. Now, if you are given the roots and then you do with this roots format and the plug in an extra point, you will get this A value. Okay. That's the first method. Now let's try the second method. Is there any question for the first method? Everything is fine? Yes, Valeria? Everything is fine? All right. Let's move to the second method, okay? Second method, we are going to use the vertex format, okay? Yes? Who is the vertex?
2,64.
2,64. So we do A times X minus 2 squared plus 64. Can we?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you have here, you can use 0, 0. Yeah. X equals 0, Y equals 0 to find out A. You can use 4, 0. X equals to 4, Y equals 0 to find out A. Go ahead and tell me your A value. Okay? You see what I mean? You can use any of these 2 points to plug in X and Y and get your A. All right? That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get the A value?
Yes.
Same thing as negative 16, right?
Yes.
Good. Does this method work now for you?
Yes.
Okay. So you have, look here, you have negative 16, okay? Negative 16 times X minus 2 parentheses square plus 64. And you want to open this guy. You want to expand this one, right? Yes? Now, based on this, can you expand this one, make that to this final format? All right? I'm going to erase this part. I'm waiting for you to see if you are able to change this format to this final format, go ahead. All right. Did you get it?
Yes.
You got this answer, right?
Yes.
Good job. Angela, did you get the same answer over here?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you see from this first method, roots format, or from the second format, vertex format, you both get the same answer, which is C, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Now I'm going to teach you the last method, okay? 3 different ways to solve the same questions. Let's see the last method. As I can tell, my parabola pass 0, 0, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you, if I plug in 0, 0 to this equation, is that possible? When t equals to 0, is y equals 0 for b?
No.
So b is wrong, okay? For d, when t is 0, is y 0?
No.
So d is wrong. Now, for a, 0, 0, 0, 0, for c, 0, 0, all work, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You also pass 4, 0, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you plug in 4, 0 into here? Make your t equals to 4, okay? So here, when t equals to 4, this guy equals to negative, so let's do this together, okay? When t equals to 4, let's do it. T equals to 4. This guy is negative 16 times 4 squared, which is what? 16 minus 64 times 4, right? Yes.
Yes.
Is this equals to 0?
No.
No way, right? It's a very big negative number. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So A is wrong, right?
Yes.
So A is wrong. There's no way that A could be the choice. Now let's try the last one, which is C. T equals to 0. This is T equals to 4. T equals to 4. Negative 16 times 4 squared, which is 16, plus 64 times 4. Is this 0? Is this equal 0?
Yes.
Oh, how do you feel it now? Who is answer?
C.
C, right? Let me ask you again. So Valeria, summarize what we did for the method 1.
For the roots format, basically You just plug in the roots because there's two roots. One of them is 0, 0, and the other one is 4.
Yes.
So you just plug them into the formula, and and then you had to like simplify.
Yes.
You solve for A.
Yes.
Plugged in x equals 2 and then y equals 64 because the vertex you plugged into vertex, and then you solve. And then after you solve for A, you went back to the original equation.
Right.
Yeah, plugged in A, and then you just had to simplify.
Very good. Very good summary. Angela, can you tell me what did we do use the second method?
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you would use the vertex, which is xy or hk. So you would substitute that in, and then you would write the equation and using the points, which equals to 0, which is you used x equals 4 and y equals 0. You would do that equation and then solve for a, and then you would substitute the a back into the other equation, and then you would like take apart the x minus 2 squared, and then you would kind of just like multiply it.
Yes. And then you can simplify it back to this, right? Very good. Now, Valerio, please explain how do I use the third method?
So basically you had to like choose one of the roots. So the easiest one would be 0, 0, and you plugged it in to every one of them.
Yes.
Plug in 0, 0. If you say t equals 0, then automatically you see that B and D are wrong. But then A and C are still possibly both right. So you have to use the other root. So that's 4, 0. And when you say that t equals 4, then for A you get like, for A, y does not equal 0.
Right.
For C, y equals 0. So then it's right.
Yes, perfect job. What do you think? Which way you like the most? Valeria, which one you like the most?
One I like the most? I think the third method might, third method.
Be quick, right?
Yeah, it's
okay. Yeah, Angela, which method you like most?
I also like the third one.
All right, okay. Does this method make sense to you now?
Yes.
All right, so listen, this week I don't give you new homework. What I'm going to ask you to do is look at my 2018 and also 2019 notes, okay? I'm going to upload these notes, and I want you to copy down my notes for those questions that you didn't solve by yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I use this guy, 2018 notes, okay? 2018 notes. And also give you the 2019 notes. That's the latest notes for both of these 2 years. Yeah, Valeria, I can tell you, you already know how to learn for high school, okay? Your math level is already updated to a very good level now. Yeah, you are one of my very good students, very good. Angela, you also improve a lot, which is way more better than your beginning. So I'm proud of your progress, okay, for both of you. Very good job. I'm so happy for both of you. All right, this week, copy down my notes. That what I want you to do is, I have a 2018 blank one, and 2019 also blank one, okay? Yeah, print out this 2 blank one. Don't print out my notes. Print out this blank one and put my notes into your blank printout. All right? That makes sense? Yes.
So do we need to